Hey. Got lesson 18 today from mission 4 that we're going to do together. All right, we write the problem as a fraction multiplication expression. So we have 5.5 times 1.3. Both of those only have one number behind the decimal, which means both of them are going to be over 10. So 55 over 10 and 13 over 10. That means we have 55 tenths and 13 tenths. Whatever yours is, that means that you're going to take these numerators and put them in these boxes. That's all that means. And then we're going to go ahead and multiply 55 times 13. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 again is 15, plus that 1 is 16. We're going to go ahead and first drop our 0, and then we're going to do 1 times 5, which is 5, and 1 times 5, which is 5 again. So you just do whatever problems they're leading you towards, and for your problems and numbers, obviously. And then we're going to add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. Carry the 1. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 715. Now, we're going to go back over here. We're going to do 10 times 10. That's 100. So that means that this number is going to be with your hundredths. Okay? Again, you're going to do this part is going to be what you're going to be multiplying for your denominator. So 10 times 10 is 100, so it's going to be hundredths. So that means you're going to do 715 over 100, because 715, and then 10 times 10. And then because it's over 100, guys, remember that it's going to be 2 numbers behind the decimal because it's over 100. So there's 3 numbers, which means my last 2 numbers are going to be behind the decimal. All right, we want to change 1.4 times 0.22 as a fraction. So we're going to have 1.4 first. We're going to look at that first. That's going to be 14 over 10 because there's only one number behind that decimal. Now we're going to look at 0.22. That's 22 over 100 because there's 2 numbers behind that decimal. Once again, you're going to put whatever your numerators are in these boxes. So I have 14 and 22. Whatever yours are, just copy that down. And then we're going to do our math. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. First, drop that 0. Do not forget to do that. 2 times 4 is 8 again, and 1 times 2 is 2 once more. Now we're going to add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now we have this word. This is where we're going to figure out what it is. So go back to your denominators. 10 times 100 is 1,000. So this is going to be over thousands. Okay, so go back to your denominators and multiply them to figure out which word you're going to choose. So we have 308 over 1,000. Now, because that's over 1,000, it's going to be 3 numbers behind the decimal because there's 3 zeros. So 0.308 because there's 3 numbers behind the decimal when it's over 1,000. Okay. We have 5.3 times 1.4. You guys can do this two ways. So on my paper, I'm going to do it both ways. So we have, sorry, let me fold that a little bit better for me. Okay. We have 5.3 times 1.4. You can change those into fractions if you want, which is 53 over 10, because there's only one number behind the decimal. And that'd be 14 over 10, because there's only one number behind the decimal. Now we need to multiply those together. I don't know what 53 times 14 is off the top of my head, so I'm going to go off to the side. Drop my 0, 3, 5. Add that up. 2, 4, 7. That means 742 over 10 times 10 is 100, which equals two numbers behind the decimal because it's over 100, so 7.42. You can do it this way, or you could do it where you're doing 5.3 times 1.4, where it would look the same as this problem up here. So 5.3 times 1.4. We've done this method before where we write out two decis because there's two decimals, and then you would do your multiplication the same way you did it up here. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Cross that off, drop my 0. 1 times 3, 1 times 5. Add it up, 2, 4, 7. 2 decimals, which means 1, 2, which is 7.42. Either way, guys, you're going to get the same thing. You can solve it this way if the fraction helps you see how you're going to get the decimal where it needs to be. Or you can do it the old way where we did it way in the beginning of the year. Either way is totally fine. So now we're going to put it into Zern. Excuse me. What you guys have to do, though, is you have to do it on paper. There's no way that you're going to get around it. I'm doing it on paper. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I have something in my throat. So now we have the same numbers, except we're going to have more decimal places. So here we had 1 decimal to 1 decimal, so that means 2 numbers behind the decimal. We have the same number down here, except we have more decimals behind, or numbers behind the decimal. We have 1 and then 2, which is 3, which means instead of 2 numbers behind the decimal because there's 2, it's going to be 3 numbers behind the decimal because there's 3. So same numbers, whatever yours is fine. It's going to be the same number, except you're going to add another decimal place. So if yours is in 5.3 and 1.4, that's fine. Whatever you solve for this, just add 1 more number behind the decimal, okay? Excuse me. And then that's it. If you guys need any help once more, please find me on Dojo or Google Classroom. I will be more than happy to help you solve any of these problems. All right? Good luck, guys.